Good evening. What a fun night and a great chance to celebrate leaders in our business community. I'm Sean Carney, the chair of the law firm Frederickson, and it's an honor to be here tonight to introduce John Koneck as a 2025 inductee to the Minnesota Business Hall of Fame. John is my mentor and my role model, and there's no Minnesota lawyer that's more deserving tonight of this recognition. John has been at the forefront of the Minnesota legal community ever since he graduated from Yale Law School in 1978. He joined Frederickson, as they mentioned, when it was a small law firm in the state and had just 30 plus attorneys when John joined. He became a leading real estate lawyer, litigator, bankruptcy lawyer, restructuring lawyer, and really whatever John put his mind to, he would excel. He built a significant practice that was admired in our community. Early on, the lawyers at Frederickson recognized that John had unique skills in leadership and encouraged him to be part of law firm management. That encouragement ultimately led to John serving on as our board of director for 30 years and as our president for 20 years, which is really a remarkable tenure in a law firm environment. Under John's leadership, Frederickson moved from a middle-of-the-pack law firm to the largest law firm in the state of Minnesota. We grew from 150 lawyers to nearly 400 lawyers, and we grew not only regionally, opening offices throughout the Midwest, we also grew opening an office in China and Mexico. John was really the catalyst of our firm to cause this transformation. For those of you that work with John, we know that he's a special kind of leader, someone who's very unique both professionally and personally. For starters, John absolutely loves being a lawyer. I know that for many of you in the room, that's a difficult thing to comprehend, loving being a lawyer. But John truly loves being a lawyer. And that was infectious for all of us, and it really impacted all of us at Frederickson to have a leader who really believed in what he was doing and was excited what he did day to day. On the personal side, John is when you engage with John, he's very focused. He's a very good listener, and what's really neat about John, he's mostly focused on what's going on in your world. How is your practice going? What's going on with your family? And it's very rarely about John. And what it is about John, it's often more about his family. He shares stories about his wife, Debbie, his son, Bobby, his daughter-in-law, Ellen, and now his grandchildren, Johnny and Wally. And what they're all here tonight, they might be surprised to know how many of us at Frederickson have followed the trials and tribulations of their lives with John's stories over the years. I know they're very proud of John tonight. Finally, perhaps, in thinking about John, what really sets him apart is his heart. On a daily basis, he would show us what it's like to be kind and decent and to think about the greater good. John is really a remarkable person. John is a lion in the legal community, and it's my pleasure to introduce him as the next inductee to the Minnesota Business Hall of Fame. Congratulations, John.
You know, we all have weird personal characteristics. And one of the weird characteristics about me is I get uncomfortable when people say nice things about me. And right now I feel like crawling in a hole. Ooh, I almost forgot I have remarks. I want to begin with some thank yous. Thank you to Twin Cities Business Journal for this incredible honor. A special thank you to Allison and Liz for helping me through this process. I want to thank Sean Carney for just a very kind introduction. And finally, I want to thank the people who are here tonight who've been important in my journey as a lawyer and a leader. First, my family, They're sitting right over there. My wife of 45 years, Debbie. Raise your hand, Debbie. My son, Bob, we call him Bobby, but Bob Koneck and his wife, Ellen Koneck, they're over there. And my sisters from Fargo, North Dakota, Diana Fleming and Susan Brandt. And the coolest thing about them is they love me even though I tortured them when they were young kids. Second, I have 3 clients here. 2 real estate professionals, John McClure and Tom Klingen, sitting right over there. And also a third client from the nonprofit world and now in law enforcement, Mike DiTomaso. All of them have been clients and friends for over 30 years. And last but not least, my colleagues from Frederickson and Byron who are sitting over there. All of them have been a part of our leadership team, and they deserve this award as much as or more than I do. I can tell you right now, I feel like a fish out of water. And if you want to know why, Lawyer Business Hall of Fame. If I ask people to raise their hands, how many people have ever heard those those words in one sentence? No one would raise their hand. There are some lawyers in this Hall of Fame, but to my knowledge, and I did a lot of research, one thing, if you know about me, I'm really good at research, but one thing, well, what I know is that all the lawyers who are in this Hall of Fame all had substantial involvement and leadership in organizations having nothing to do with the practice of law. And I think I'm the first managing partner of a law firm to get into the Hall of Fame. Now, practicing law is... Practicing law is both a profession and a business. On the business side, running a law firm is like, I think, very similar to running any kind of other service business. But the professional side of a law firm, it is what makes it different from business. We're all bound by a code of ethics and responsibilities. We have to be completely loyal to our clients. And at the same time, we're officers of the court and guardians of the rule of law, both of which make us focusing on making our communities better and stronger. I was president of Frederickson and Byron for almost 20 years, and looking back, I think 3 words can sum up what a law firm leader needs to be successful: culture, trust, and luck. As to culture, Frederickson's culture meshes together perfectly the business and professional sides of our practice, and it's the reason we succeed. On the business side, we're entrepreneurs who listen to our clients and understand their businesses. And on the community side, we look for ways to improve our communities. And the job of our leaders inside our firm is to specifically focus on supporting lawyers in serving clients and communities and getting out of the way and letting them do their work. That culture has made us the largest law firm in Minnesota. As to trust, your team has to trust you. I tried to earn that trust by being authentic and prioritizing knowing our people and engaging in honest, open conversations. And the relationships that developed out of those conversations made our firm what it is today. The other thing a lawyer needs is luck. And I've had, in plain and simple terms, a lot of luck. I was lucky to have a college professor who convinced me to be a lawyer instead of a social worker. I was lucky that in 1979, the job market for college graduates with music degrees was weak. On my first day at Frederickson and Byron in 1979, I met a young woman who had just graduated with a music degree and couldn't find a job in music. So the week before, took a job as a legal secretary at Frederickson and Byron. That woman became my wife. And her support and counsel is one of the biggest reasons I'm standing up here right now. I was lucky to have Warren Mack, who's sitting right over there, as my first supervisor. Warren was president of our firm for 13 years. He showed me how to get and keep clients and how to have fun doing it, and most importantly, how to be a leader in a law firm. I was lucky to work and learn and watch Jim Bailey, who's also here, sitting right over there. Jim's commitment to doing pro bono work locally and nationally created an environment that allowed me to take on a variety of pro bono cases throughout my career. With that kind of luck, with the culture I inherited, and all the lawyers, the strong lawyers and strong leaders around me, how could I not be successful? Continuing the fish analogy that I started with, all I had to do as a leader was focus on getting and keeping people in the boat and all rowing in the same direction. And a postscript here. I had that rowing analogy a lot earlier than PJ Fleck ever had. My luck continues. As Sean said, I get to continue in the practice of law in a new role at our firm, Pro Bono Counsel, and focus on doing pro bono work for the disadvantaged full time. I'm honored to receive this recognition. I receive it on behalf of all the lawyers at Frederickson and Byron because they're the reason I'm up here. And I'll close with congratulations to the other 4 honorees tonight. I'm humbled and honored to have my name mentioned with all of your names. And I hope I've been any of you been to a rock concert? You know what a warm-up band is? I'm the warm-up band for everybody else. Thank you.